Alright, greetings YouTube neighbors. So we're actually getting the final prep for my my wood boiler for the winter. So I'm out here, I'm pushing into these piles, and I just wanted to give a quick demonstration of how good does this thing push. So right now I'm in medium, and right there the four-wheel drive is not connected. So if I push into this pile right now, I actually can hear it whine. It actually doesn't push. Funny enough, the tires don't spin, so it's actually the hydrostatic transmission that's given. So I'm gonna throw it into low, give her another push, and now it's actually turning the tires, but it doesn't have enough gusto. And then finally, put it in four-wheel drive, and you can see it rip. I'm gonna pick up just a tiny bit. And she starts to push into the pile a little better. It's moving the whole thing. Some of these logs are definitely big. Unfortunately, I didn't get a good grab, but you know, for a little tractor, being what it is, it pushes pretty good, because now you can really see in that pile where I gave it a good shove and I moved some stuff around. I didn't get a very good grab. Buckets like this aren't very good for this type of work. Actually, a grapple bucket works way better. I got one on order. Everything is back ordered right now, so it just is what it is. But I'm gonna take a quick pause. I'm just gonna go dump this off at the pile, and then I'm gonna try it again and see if I get a little better footage. All right, I'm back at the pile. I'm back in low, but I don't have the four-wheel drive on. I'm just gonna move this big piece out of the way. Oh, right there, pick it up a little bit. It works pretty good at low, doesn't whine as much. I'm not exactly, sorry for the bad camera work there. She does pretty good pushing in low. You do get a little bit of that hydrostatic whine, but it's just not as bad if you're in a different gear. So I got one piece of wood there, and this is just to give a general demonstration. Normally, if you're doing a lot of loader work like this, you're gonna want to be in four-wheel drive, but it is interesting just to see what it's capable of. Maybe you're gonna tax it more than what I'm doing. You can see the loader, the hydraulics of this thing are pretty solid. I'll put it in four-wheel drive again. It's very smooth to operate, not, I wouldn't say jumpy. It's only being jumpy because I'm being jumpy with it. Yeah, I didn't get a good grab on that pile. I'm gonna try right here. It does have a little level indicator there, kind of a cheat stick. The funny thing is the loader has these almost like kickstand pegs on the actual frame. They're hard to see down there, and so the loader itself will dig into the ground more than the bucket will if you're set up incorrectly. So it's something you got to kind of watch for. I will say transitioning from low to medium to four-wheel drive to not four-wheel drive works great in this one. In my John Deere, the four-wheel drive would really grab, and even if you try to shimmy forward and reverse to get it to let go, it wouldn't do it a lot of times. Same thing with the low to medium, and so from right there, that brief stop and operating one-handed, it just flipped back and forth. To go to medium range, I prefer, you know, traveling in medium. I think if you're on the road, high works fine, but even in, you know, kind of my uneven grass here, high just isn't a lot of fun. And honestly, you get a lot of transmission whine with this thing, where it tends to like medium a lot more. So most of this was done with my big tractor and actually doing pond cleanup. Oops, didn't realize how big that piece was. I gotta go chainsaw that guy. That won't fit in the boiler. You guys gotta let me know too if you want a video on that boiler. Kind of a goofy thing. I wouldn't recommend it to the average person, but it is, I don't know, something to consider. It does end up consuming a lot of my time, just because all my tractor and chainsaw time is directly because I got that boiler. I'm going to do one more run at it here, just to give, you know, a better demonstration. I'm starting not in four-wheel drive, also because it's so dry here. The four-wheel drive just tears everything up. It's kind of funny. There's no root structure right now because everything is so dry that you can't really push on anything without just ripping it up. Over here, it doesn't really matter, but it's kind of a fun little experiment. Just getting lined up on it. And this has all kind of been dug into, because when I used to push into this with the grapple, I would end up always taking the top layer of sod with me. Yeah, that's low, no four-wheel drive. But I did better. I did better with it. These pieces are smaller, easier to grab. But yeah, when I get that combo bucket, this'll all go a lot better. And then the goal is you know, most of this moving firewood over business work, forgot to go back to medium, will be a lot quicker because I don't have to get out of the tractor this way. I go chainsaw and split it by hand, you know. I'll just do it a couple times a week, do it for about half hour, quit because I get frustrated. And then it becomes not so bad of a task when you're doing it, you know, all summer as a part-time job. And then, you know, for a couple days of the year, all I do is just put in some good podcasts, and just enjoy my tractor time. Especially with the AC, it makes it a lot more enjoyable out here. So, all right, well, if there's anything else you'd like to see on the machine, I am kind of considering doing some other news stuff on my YouTube channel to cover other things I'm interested in. Not that I'd ever quit the outdoor stuff, but there's some other stuff that I think that's worth diving into. Let me know what you think. I am interested to get your feedback and see what else you got questions about the machine. When I get the combo bucket though, I will do a video on that alone. So thanks for watching. Until next time.